You probably know this experience called rejection. Most of us dread it, and most of us, actually pretty much everyone, experience it. Have you? And it's no fun when it hits you. When someone leaves you, when someone doesn't answer back to your messages, when your boyfriend drops you, when you don't get the job that you really wanted. It's a very common human experience. And we have the hardest time with dealing with it. And often we try to avoid having it happen again with all sorts of strategies. But there is a better way how we can relate to and respond to rejection without falling to pieces and trying so desperately to not have it happen again. There's a little story I want to tell you that I really love because it touches on so many things that can really help us how we can deal with it internally. So you may not know this, but in the way that the shepherds and the shepherdess tend to their flock, shows us a way through that, well, it's an agonizing pain, rejection. So lambs, when they give birth to eves, sometimes they do reject the little one. There's many reasons, but the main thing is once that Eve is rejected, it cannot survive in nature. And so when it comes, after birth and the mother just kicks it away, it walks away and leaves its head hanging, waiting for death to take it. Because there is without milk, it will not survive. And you probably have experienced when your head was hanging and you wanted to give up. But a good shepherd or shepherdess comes and takes the Eve into his or her house and feeds it with milk and keeps it warm and gives it shelter. The shepherdess becomes the mother. The shepherd becomes also the mother. And after a while, the beautiful thing is when the lamb has grown and can be on its own in the field, every time the shepherd or the shepherdess calls it comes running. It's the first one to come running to its mother. And that bond will continue throughout its whole life. And so, some of us didn't have a good shepherd or shepherdess to take care of us. And so we stand like little Eves in the field, giving up, wondering, where's the love, where's the milk, and we're ready to die internally. And who is the shepherd? Who's the shepherdess? For some, you can say you have a faith in God or the divine mother. For some, it is even further away. Where do you go? And here's the good news. You have an inner shepherdess. You have a heart. And to access that, to find that love, it is in your heart. To then extend to the rejected parts of us, to the broken parts of us, to the parts of us that are giving up, that do not want to try one more time, that will stay in the closet hidden from everyone. And it is that shepherdess, the shepherd in you, that we can call forth and say, and that one says, come home, little one, come home. I feed you and love you. And the same we can do for each other, because sometimes we just can't do it on our own. We can't find the place inside that is greater than our pain. And so we go and ask a friend, can you hold the one in me that feels so deeply rejected? Can you be there for a moment and listen and receive my pain and be with me so I'm not alone with it? And sometimes you can't find a friend, and then you sit under a tree, or you feel the earth, or you go to a therapist. But the thing is, there is a lot of shepherds and shepherdess in this world. And I encourage you to turn to that. And to turn to your own heart too, as the best shepherd that you've ever known, that will give you that embrace that you might have longing for all your life, and that will never, ever let you down. So I hope that supports you and inspires you. And maybe I see you in one of my retreats, trainings, and meanwhile I send you a hug from the shepherdess.